with your mans in them. You know this shit fire with your mans in them. Shout out to the family that been down with your mans in them. With your mans in them. With your mans in them. Go and call in, hit the line with your mans in them. Go have a good time with your mans in them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them.
You are now watching your mans in them live.
You are now rocking with your mans in them. You know this shit fire with your mans in them. Shout out to the family that been down with your mans in them. With your mans in them. With your mans in them. Go and call in, hit the line with your mans in them. Go have a good time with your mans in them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them.
You are now watching your mans in them live.
You are now rocking with your mans in them. You know this shit fire with your mans in them. Shout out to the family that been down with your mans in them. With your mans in them. With your mans in them. Go and call in, hit the line with your mans in them. Go have a good time with your mans in them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them.
You are now watching your mans in them live.
You are now rocking with your mans in them. You know this shit fire with your mans in them. Shout out to the family that been down with your mans in them. With your mans in them. With your mans in them. Go and call in, hit the line with your mans in them. Go have a good time with your mans in them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them.
You are now watching your mans in them live.
You are now rocking with your mans in them. You know this shit fire with your mans in them. Shout out to the family that been down with your mans in them. With your mans in them. With your mans in them. Go and call in, hit the line with your mans in them. Go have a good time with your mans in them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them.
You are now watching your mans in them live.
You are now rocking with your mans in them. You know this shit fire with your mans in them. Shout out to the family that been down with your mans in them. With your mans in them. With your mans in them. Go and call in, hit the line with your mans in them. Go have a good time with your mans in them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them.
Yo. You are now watching your mans in them live. I'm your mans, Gus the Third.
I'm your man's Bello.
Yes, sir. I'm your man's Austin Felix.
It's your boy Kyrie.
And I'm your man Shakespeare in the random studio in Brooklyn, New York. This is your man's and them live.
Does somebody have the soundtrack in?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to everybody in the chat. If you are in the chat, let you take the thing off, nigga.
Oh, my bad.
The fuck?
Every episode.
God damn, nigga.
Looking at me like I'm doing something wrong.
Nigga, because you're looking at me. What would you
What's
expect
up with
me to
all
do?
these N-words?
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out A Melody. What up? Appreciate you for
she
joining
don't.
us today. We're gonna have a great show.
Yo, we got a lot to talk about. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Got to make sure my voice sounds
Can you put my mic up? Sound
amazing.
I don't think you need your mic to be up.
man? Put my headphones up.
Turn my headphones up.
Headphones up already.
Please. Thank you.
Last
y'all?
week was Thanksgiving. How was that for y'all? I can say for me,
You gonna ask and let him answer, or you gonna just?
it was quiet for a minute. But Kyrie, proceed.
a little bit of
No, I mean
You can
Thanksgiving.
give the audience what they need.
Thanksgiving was good for me. We had a family event. It was like 50 to 60 people. We rented out a hall. Family flying in from different places. Haven't seen an extended family from a long time. So otherwise, it was good. You know, besides people getting COVID, but you know, everything. Food was good. Event was good.
Food was good. Everything was good.
Just a trash ass description of fucking Thanksgiving.
Where's
bro.
your enthusiasm?
Word.
Where's the energy?
What are you thankful for, nigga?
Yeah, what are you thankful for? You man's in them live?
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Yo, I used to hate that tradition during Thanksgiving. Everybody got to say what they're thankful for.
Why? 'Cause
Everybody
you
be
wasn't
like,
thankful for shit.
I mean, yes, I was thankful, but it was just like, I don't like to be put on the spot. Like public speaking, it really increases my anxiety. And I
You
start
got the
shaking.
wrong profession, brother.
Yo, so my Thanksgiving was great. I didn't get the plate that I wanted though. I didn't get the mac and cheese, the stuffing the way I like it, you know. But regarding family and my family coming together, we did that. But
Don't y'all fe-
I didn't get the Thanksgiving plate that I wanted.
Don't y'all feel like we do the same thing every year? For
Every fucking
Thanksgiving?
year.
Like, I feel like it after a while gets old. Like, why don't you just? For me, like, I think the next couple Thanksgivings, I would like to try something different, right? Like traveling, or like maybe going to see a movie or something, or going out to eat instead of getting the whole fucking Thanksgiving dinner and all that other shit.
I mean, going out to eat would it make it Thanksgiving? Like, you want to go out to eat with your family?
I mean, why not? It's the same thing every year. I'm tired of that shit.
I had a different perspective.
What's your
When I was eating my food, I'm like, damn, why I don't make this shit in the summer? That shit was good.
You could do it at a barbecue.
Cause we're cutting.
Put lasagna at a
We
bar.
cutting.
We cutting.
We cutting.
If you can eat
Thank
soup at a barbecue,
Who eats soup
Who
at a
the fuck
barbecue?
eats
you
soup
go to
at a-
Jamaica. In Jamaica, they do.
Cow soup, Jamaican cow food.
Go head soup,
Shark soup?
Bomba clot.
You're right.
right in the cups,
Shark fin soup?
and
You never had shark fin
styrofoam
soup?
cup.
Nah, that's
You don't eat that in
fancy.
Haiti?
No, I'm not. I'm not at
You're not
that
Haitian?
tax bracket
Oh.
to eat shark.
Wait, you don't got to be rich to eat shark. Never had shark before?
No, I'm not rich, but you know.
You ever
Shark is
had?
not expensive.
I had a shark sandwich.
You had a what?
A shark sandwich. Shark sandwich.
You had a
was
shark.
Did you put my mic up? My headphones up?
You don't
Please
need
put
it.
it up.
You need that. You don't.
Yo,
need that
Thanksgiving
shit
was great. I ate. I slept. It was amazing. What about you, Shake? You had fried chicken?
up. Why you
For
assuming
those
I
who
had
don't
fried
know,
chicken?
Shake eats fried chicken every Thanksgiving faithfully. And it was baffling to me because I have never seen fried chicken on a plate in Thanksgiving in my life until he said it.
That's crazy.
Never.
That's
He's
crazy.
a weirdo.
You eat fried chicken? Well, you from the South.
Okay.
So what does
So
that have to do with anything?
They eat
Like-
fried chicken for breakfast.
But why do you specifically point me out about fried chicken?
You're the only one that does
because
that.
it's. You sure about that?
You have fried chicken at your Thanksgiving thing?
Of course.
Nah, we had a.
Austin, you have fried chicken?
On Thanksgiving, no.
I didn't. You and this Southern nigga did.
Wow. Southern
yo,
nigga's
you
crazy.
gonna have to leave, bro.
Why?
I don't like your tone when you say Southern and then you say the N word. It just don't. It don't go.
It's a bad combo.
Yeah.
That's a bad combo.
Wildin'. And you know I'm from the South, man. This is not good. Bro. Nah, but look. Earlier, it was like about, when was it? It was last week? Last week you brought up something you want to talk about today.
Yes, I have something that I want to ask y'all. Are you paying attention, Kyrie?
Yeah.
All right.
Damn,
I want to
Principal
ask.
Drew.
I want to ask y'all a question real quick, and I brought it up in in our meeting, and I hope you guys pondered about it.
I pondered.
So my question is, when it comes to finding a wife, right? Do you find your wife, or do you make your wife? Do you make a woman a wife, or do you find her as a wife?
Drew just confessed to buying a sex doll.
When you first presented the question, I first was like, you find the wife. You like the qualities eventually shows themselves. Like, after dealing with your chick, you see that, oh wow, like, oh, I would like that in my wife and things of that nature. At the same time, I also was like, she's not a wife if you don't marry her. So
I don't think he meant it in that perspective.
but that's how my mind worked.
What I'm saying is, each one of us have an idea of a certain type of woman that we want to marry, right? We're not just gonna marry any girl that we fuck with just because we fuck with them.
Right.
We have qualities, whether it's moral character, views, religious views, ambitions, whatever it is, you have those things that make you want to marry someone. So, are you looking to cultivate that in somebody, or are you looking for someone who already has those traits?
Ooh, cultivate. SAT word.
I like that.
Yeah. So I would say personally, I would look for those qualities in somebody, and whatever qualities they lack, I would like I can't force them to have those qualities.
Right.
Like there's only a few qualities that they're gonna have. They're not gonna have everything.
Right.
So for me to really to be realistic, I look for some qualities that would that pique my interest.
Right. What are your non-negotiables? Give me one non-negotiable in a woman that you're looking for.
Yeah, bad
Respect.
Hygiene.
hygiene.
Respect.
Bad hygiene is a no-go. Respect is another one. What else? I like a drive. A lack of drive is
Hustler ambition.
That's a no go for me. If you don't have like a plan on doing something or
Yeah.
the drive to do something, that could be a turn.
So you're looking to have for her to have the qualities already.
Yeah. I can't build nobody.
Anybody else?
I think for me, that's a great question, by the way.
Yeah,
Great
proceed
question.
back to
First
the
one.
question, yeah.
I think the process starts with me finding certain qualities. And when I find those certain qualities is when we're together, and that time that we're together and we're dating and you become the fiance and all of that is when you're starting to make your wife, right? Because we're all different individuals, right? And we're tailored to differently. So yes, she has all these great qualities, but now the qualities are now tailored to me.
Right.
And I think
but you have the foundation of the qualities that you were looking for for that person.
correct.
So she needs to have certain qualities for her to even be considered for you to marry her.
Right.
I see what you're saying.
Right?
Yeah. But I think there is a evolution though. It's like the root qualities, yes, and then
Right. Yeah.
it gets tailored. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because she already has qualities because she's your girl.
No.
Nah, I think so. I think if you're in a relationship with somebody, that thing that attracted you is one of those qualities you would want in your wife.
Yes.
You ever been in a
Yes.
relationship you ain't see yourself with?
There's
You
a
ain't-
lot of people
you
in
ain't see yourself
relationships
with?
that they would say, "Oh, I don't know if I'll marry this person." Sometimes people are just in
Yeah,
relationships
see-
for the moment.
Yeah.
You could
I
be
think-
in it, but hold on.
He
Let
ain't
me-
talk yet.
Yes, he did.
I'm fucking with you.
But
I really didn't.
I want to say that it doesn't mean that they have all the qualities, but they have something that you want them to carry, and if you decide to marry them. And I was gonna say, like, it goes back to what you're saying about throughout the relationship, y'all learn each other, and y'all start to cater to each other and shit like that. I'm not conscious of those qualities. Like, I'm not thinking about, I want this, that, and the third, and a wife. You show it to me naturally. Like, it's a natural thing.
But what is she showing you?
She's purely who she is. So if she's caring, she's gonna show me that.
But are you looking for someone who's caring for you to marry them?
I'm not looking. No, I'm not looking.
So what do you look for in a wife? You don't look for anything.
I'm not. Me, if I speak for myself right
You're
now,
not looking for a wife.
if I'm speaking for myself right now, when I see qualities that I want in a wife, I'm like, oh shit, the thought, like, oh wow. I
Oh,
want
so
that
it's
in a
not.
wife.
Oh,
But it's
okay.
not.
It's
I'm
not.
looking
It's not on
for
your
it.
mind.
I'm not looking for.
So you don't separate women. You don't separate them. You don't have like, all right, I'm messing with this girl, but she's not someone that I would marry. I'm messing with this girl. She's potentially someone I could see myself with.
Yeah, but you do.
Everybody's
It's a
just in a-
natural thing. It's a natural thing.
So what distinguishes them is what I'm asking.
Them. Not everybody's the same.
Kyrie?
I was gonna say, just to answer your question, for me personally, I think it's a mixture of both, right? I think, the question was like if you choose or if you find, you choose, or what else was it?
Do you find your wife or do you make her? Like,
I think it's both, right? And when I say both, I say you find your wife by the initial meeting, and then throughout the relationship, whatever trials and tribulations, you make your wife by whatever things you go
I think
through.
that's
and
kinda
it's
what
not
else I'm
about
saying.
like saying, oh, you need to be this. It's more so like going through, different types of things in your relationships and finding a solution, and you guys being able to express your needs and things that you want.
Did you have? You're married. Did you have
Obviously,
non-negotiables? Like, did you have things where that you saw in your wife and you were like, okay, this is what I was looking for in someone that I want to marry and be the mother of my kids?
It was anything that I'm looking for. Like initially, it was just more so me getting to know her and then finding a lot of the things about her that I liked throughout like our time together, and then that's what sparked it. Like,
Oh, so that's what Gus was saying.
So
I already had like I wanted to be with her, but it was more so like as we spend time together, like I'm getting to know her and going through things that we went through. I was just like, oh, like I really want to marry this girl.
So
Okay.
would you say there was some things that you compromised on?
And you compromise in any relationship.
No, I'm just saying in
Oh,
general.
like non-negotiables.
Like, as far as like maybe you didn't see you would be accepting of this, but then there's like after
Yeah.
it's like, oh, all right,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. I don't think it's a lot, but I think it's more so like certain things like I can't think of it right now, but I definitely was like, all right, like previously the girls I dated, I probably wouldn't have like, been so open to it, but after a while, you know, like as long as you don't feel like it's detrimental to you and your morality, I'm open to that. Like,
Yo,
think
shout out to everybody in the chat. If you are in the chat, make sure you like.
Yeah, make sure you
you
like the
comment. We
video,
appreciate
comment.
Everybody. Shout out to Reggie, my guy. Shout out to Zay. Shout out to Melody. Melody says, Isaiah says, you find her. There's a reason we have a saying, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Ooh, that's a fact. Reggie says, gotta find her before you can groom her, because you can build a house on sand. You can't build a house on sand. What up, Sheridan in the chat? He also says,
"What's up, cuz? How you doing?"
Never heard of a beach house?
He also says it's no different from an employee. They won't give you the chance if you don't have the right qualifications. But when they hire you, there's still room to learn and grow.
That's a good analogy, Reggie.
Shout out to Lily in the chat. She says, agreed, Reggie. Or they realize you're not as great of a fit, so you get fired, or you realize the job entails other things you didn't consider and leave.
Sometimes people lie on their.
Hold on, real quick. This is for Reggie.
He finally gets an applause. Not every day he does.
Nigga, I'll be applauding for you, Reggie.
We don't get that every day where somebody says agreed, Reggie. I'm like,
Yeah.
All right, last
Separate
comment. Melody says, first of all, it all depends on what you want to gain from the relationship and why you're dating. Are you dating for a purpose, or are you just chilling? Those things matter.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. You did have something to say. You had something.
Real quick, there's certain traits when they present themselves, you know you want that in a wife. Like there's certain the nurturing side of a woman. Like when it's high, you like, oh shit, I need that and I want that for my kids. So that's number one. But there's even like another trait could offset that though.
Right.
Like if she's nurturing, but she's a bitch, then that kind of
Hey yo, what the fuck?
I mean, he's not lying.
She's nurturing.
He's not lying.
Look at this beautiful, nurturing, wonderful
she's nurturing,
bitch.
but
Y'all wild.
no, on a serious note, I feel
This
like
bitch is great with my kids.
you brought up. I mean, like, I feel like there's traits that could offset the good. You know what I'm saying? So you can see, in someone you don't want to marry, there's still traits that you like. Damn, I want that in my wife.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. But to answer the topic question, like, I think that I'm not looking for it, but I'm waiting for it to come to me.
Yeah.
But really,
Alrighty.
it's kind of agrees with what you're saying. It's both.
You guys were kind of saying similar things. Yeah. Let us know in the chat real quick. What do y'all think? Are you guys ladies too? Are you finding a husband, or are you grooming a husband?
I feel like the person that presented the question should answer the question.
Yeah, it's a fact.
You know, in my head, I was
looking
thinking,
to
did
find
he
my
answer
wife.
the question?
I'm looking to find my wife.
You lazy son of a.
I'm looking to find what I know the qualities, the baseline qualities that I want in my wife.
What's your
I
top
want her
5
to be-
baseline?
She got to be a virgin, number one. She gotta be a virgin. Never had a body in her life.
Never had a body.
Never had a body. I'm the first body. All right. Or at least it just gotta feel like it.
What if she got a dildo?
No.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Nah, but all jokes aside, I'm looking for someone who is nurturing. That's kind of typical, but I'm looking for someone who's nurturing, who I feel like would be a good mother. You know, I used to think like coming from a good background was big, like good family and shit. But I think I've come across a lot of people, especially recently, that they've come from not bad, but you know, traumatic, broken homes, traumatic backgrounds. And, you know, as long as you seek the help that you need, that's a quality I'm looking for. Are you aware of yourself, and are you willing to take the steps to, you know, improve your life?
For a minute, I thought you were serious. I'm about to say you better go join Al Qaeda or something, because they be going kamikaze for some
Al-Qaeda,
72 versions.
I'm done.
Shake wildin'.
What else?
Shake is wildin' today.
Nah, you brought up compromising, right?
Yeah.
Which had me think about the conversation we was talking. Like, is compromising? What is compromising? And let me look at my notes. That's what we have them. Give me a little bit.
You gotta tell the niggas, you know, look at the notes. Just
Hey,
look,
man,
do a
listen.
quick glance. Look,
Professionals
do this,
have
do
notes.
this. Look.
Shout out everybody in the chat. We see y'all. Shout out Big Joe.
And make sure y'all, those are in the
Jay
chat.
Brown.
Jay Brown, what up?
Lily, I see you.
What's
Lily
going on,
says,
Lily?
grow up, Drew. What you mean, grow up?
If you compromise, that's what it was. If you compromise, are you submissing?
Are you submitting?
missing out?
Submitting, yeah.
Are you submitting?
Submitting.
Yes. If you all right. So are we gonna say the context of this?
Yeah, sure.
All
Let's
right.
bring
So
it
we
up.
were talking about what were we talking about?
Michelle Obama.
Oh yeah, Michelle Obama, Barack Obama, right?
Yeah.
She said that she had to compromise a lot in her relationship.
Yeah.
Some shit like that. And we had a what? We had
Last episode.
I'm gonna let him do that.
Last episode, we played the clip about Michelle's Obama about Michelle Obama's view on young people relationships. She feel like we're in a rut, like we don't have patience to stay in a relationship. If we see something wrong, we out. Like she was saying, like 50-50, that's non-existent in a healthy relationship. It's a balance. You know, sometimes it's going to be 70-30. Sometimes it's going to be 60-40.
I agree.
Like, it don't have to strictly be 50-50.
And then that's when I said that in every relationship, one person compromises more than the other.
Yeah.
Not saying like all across the board, but one person is more willing to be like, all right, I'm gonna let you have this than the other. And I think that's how a lot of relationships work.
And I'm not gonna lie, I feel sometimes the compromise or the sacrifice is circumstantial, because I feel like sometimes it comes to a point where, hey, one person may be in school, so you may have to work a little harder because you know you're holding down the fort.
Yeah.
Or you know, things of that nature. I feel like play a big effect when it comes to making that sacrifice or that compromise.
But when you play that factor, does that seem like I'm submitting, right? Like there's valid reason.
That's why I chose the word sacrifice instead
Yeah.
of
It's
submitting.
submission.
Because the thing is,
It's not really submission, because it's like I'm taking on, all right, say my girl's going to school. I'm taking on the burden of, you know, taking care of the bills, going to work, doing a little extra so she can complete it. So say if now it's my turn to do it, I'm pretty sure she would do the same. She would make the same
I'm not
sacrifice.
talking about in like one scenario or one situation. I mean, like, what I was saying is in the relationship as a whole, one person usually compromises more than the other. So like a scenario where you have to take a back seat or like you have to sacrifice what you want to do for the good of your significant other, that's not what I'm talking about.
you talking about like an
I'm
argument
talking
or
about
something?
arguments or just in general. Who's the person who's going to be like, you can have this. I'm going to let you have this. I'm going to let him have this. One person is usually leading the other, and the person who's not, in my opinion, is the one who's submitting.
I think submitting is, I mean, I guess you can use that term, but I wouldn't use that term. I think it's knowing your partner, right? Let's say you know your partner is stubborn. You don't always have to, you may seem like you're compromising, but you may have brought your point in a different way where you felt like you got it off, and that person may not initially like say, okay, you're right, but in their actions you can see that they understood your point. Like I don't think compromising is more of a submission thing in a sense. I think it's just a teamwork relationship thing. Like yo, okay, I don't think this affects me that much, so whatever. But at some point, there's gonna be other times where I'm not gonna compromise,
Right,
and I'm gonna put my foot down. Yeah, but
The
I don't think
person-
it's more of a submission thing. I think it's just a dynamic.
The person who's more stubborn and less willing to not go about their way is the one who's most likely leading the shit.
That's not leading. That's just that's not leading. I think that's more.
Pull it towards you.
That's not leading.
Don't put your lips on it.
I mean, he said it. Put it towards me.
Wait, what?
Hey, yo, what the
Wait, what?
Yo,
Nah, but I hear what you're saying. But I'm trying to get at you, and you're being stubborn right now. I'm trying to get you. I'm trying to get you to look at a different way. So, in a sense, like, yeah, like it's a relationship dynamic, right? Like, I know you're stubborn. So, what sense does it take for me to keep arguing back and forth with you if you're not going to see it? Sometimes
you're submitting.
you're
letting the person win.
It's not winning. It's more so just all right. Like,
All right, so submissive.
Yo,
The
whoa,
definition
whoa,
of
whoa, whoa,
submissive
why you
is-
cut me off?
I want to read this definition so, you know, y'all know.
Go ahead, player.
Submissive, ready to conform to the authority or will of others. So, if someone is being hard-headed, right? If someone's being hard-headed, they don't want to understand you, whatever like that, and you just like, you know what? Whether you walk away, well, it depends on your action, your response to it. So if you're saying
You're about
that,
to sugarcoat shit, bro.
what is your response to someone being hard-headed, Kyrie? If you're in an argument, she's not understanding you, she just want to hear herself, what is your response to that?
I think it depends on the situation, but if it's not that important to me, I'm going to try different ways. Like, I'm going to try to break it down a different way. And if you're not getting it, I'm be like, all right, I think, how about this? Let's take a time out, you know? Let's think about it, and then we can come back to talk about it later.
He's adapting.
Yeah, I would say I'm a little bit more adaptable in my relationship. I mean, it really depends on the situation. Sometimes I can be stubborn, but for the most part, I see myself as less stubborn. But I think it's more so having to do with how serious the issue is with me, right? I don't take a lot of things serious. So I may not, like, argue all my points all the time because I'll just be like, whatever. Like, it's not that deep. Versus my wife, who will take things more serious. So she's willing to keep going back and forth because she wants me to understand her point. So
If your response was, you're right, even though you know she's wrong, that's you submitting.
I used to do that, but I don't do that anymore.
But that's submissive, right?
Yes.
Yes, it's submissive.
Okay.
Austin, you got anything to say before I read the comments?
Mute.
All right.
He's submitting.
Jay Brown, he says, feel like as a man, we compromise more, especially with our feelings. Like we not allowed to be mad or upset or disappointed. Well, let me tell you something, Jay Brown. On your Mans and them live, you are allowed to show your emotions.
Yes.
And you are allowed to say it how it is, brother.
It's a fact.
That's why you here.
This is the Equal Opportunity Podcast.
Exactly. Listen, brother, anything you got to say, you make sure you say it in this chat, and we got you. Lily says, agree, but I think the person who compromised the most fluctuates depending on the season they're in.
I actually think the person who compromises most actually leads the relationship because they're dictating how everything goes. You already are the one person who's stubborn so much. And
Your phone, you flashing your phone.
Oh,
everywhere.
shit, sorry.
The person that dictates the
Yo,
most.
I'm looking at the playback. First of all,
Nah, but
ready, yo.
I think if you're the one who compromises, you actually lead more. You're just not so out there with the leadership. You're like, okay, I'm gonna let you think you have that, but
That
deep
sounds
down,
like a
you don't got
rationalization.
shit.
I disagree.
That sounds like a...
If you're compromising, you're not getting your way.
You're not getting your way at that moment, but there may be other ways.
There's
you
a bigger
can get your
picture.
way.
You're doing it
Yeah.
for the bigger picture.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
See, sometimes we call it compromising when we're actually losing, right? So I'm coming from the point of she wants this. You want that.
Right.
So you say,
Sounds about right.
let's do the other,
Okay.
right? She like, nah, I want to do this my way. You say whatever response, which is kind of like, okay, she's being stubborn. She wants this. All right. Because you can adapt to it. You can talk to yourself and say, oh, it's not that big of a deal. And you
rationalize the
Yeah.
fact that she is getting her way. And you're like, you know what? Well, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
There's a bigger picture to this, which is peace.
Yeah.
And I think the person always trying to keep the peace is not necessarily the person always leading.
I got a different point of view. What if you're doing that so that in the end, you know you're right, and at the end of the day, they're gonna come back and be like, "Yo, you were right."
See,
That sounds
I agree.
toxic.
I agree.
Sometimes you gotta let people learn the
No,
hard
that's
way.
not toxic. Sometimes you gotta let shit play out. Like,
Yes.
okay, since
I
you-
can actually see that.
All right, see.
That actually makes some
All right,
sense.
it might not be. You might not see it from my perspective. Okay, let's do it your way.
Yes,
You do
Kind
it
of like how parents do to children.
right. Okay.
not in my household. This shit is going down my way.
I think Austin was kind of
Hold on, Shake was
agreeing
saying
with that
something.
because he was like, yo, that's the part of pettiness. People be petty to teach you a lesson.
I know it's toxic because I do it.
I don't feel like,
say he do that shit.
I don't feel
Me
like
too.
it's petty though. I feel like, all right, you have a certain perspective of seeing something, right? If you have that perspective, you're defending this to the end. All right, let's see how it plays out. Pardon me.
Damn, nigga, what the fuck was
That
that?
shit smell like Frank water.
That's fucked up.
Nigga say you got glizzy breath. Oh shit!
Oh, that's crazy.
I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that from Austin.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that is a
I'm
clip.
violating. You think I'm not gonna I'm violating. He's gonna be sick. You gonna get it. You're going
Hey,
to get it.
yo.
I'm talking about getting back on the joke.
All
What you
right,
thinking
glizzy
about?
breath.
Don't be rude.
My second victim.
Don't be
I swear to
rude.
God.
Why is everything so personal with
don't
you
come
guys?
to my next show.
Whoa, that hurt.
I'm gonna violate you. Get your hands off. I don't want no citrus on my fucking shirt.
Let's laugh at his jokes, guys, because he's
Don't laugh at my jokes. Don't laugh at my jokes. Don't laugh at my jokes. It's happening. It's happening.
Why the fuck is their camera so fucking fresh? I don't understand. This is ridiculous.
Shout out again to everybody that's on the live right now watching us. We appreciate you.
So basically, we haven't
appreciate y'all.
compromised
We are with y'all. You are with us.
to an
Let's
agreement.
have a great show, guys.
We haven't compromised to an agreement. Basically, we all have different opinions.
Nah, I feel like we all agree.
No, we don't all agree. Austin, well, I don't know Austin's point of view. Shake, I know your point of view.
My final message to this is this.
Why are you smiling?
You're not compromising. You're not compromising
He waiting for me to say
if
something.
you don't give in. A compromise is supposed to be like we both don't get what we want, but we agree to something that's in the middle.
I think
If that's not what you're doing, then it's not a compromise. That's what I'm.
All right,
There's
let me get
15
into these
people in
comments.
this
Let me get
live.
into these
Make
comments
sure
real
y'all
quick.
like the video,
Damn, nigga.
subscribe.
Let me do my thing.
Dang, comment police. Go ahead.
Big Joe says, I've always hated the term 50-50. Like, we giving 50-50, where the other 50 going? LOL.
To yourself.
Lily says, but the one person can't have it all the time. She says, I never thought about the other 50. Joe. Jay Brown says, compromise, submissive. Compromise just sounds more delicate. Wordplay is everything. Big Joe says, people say that, and I be like, you should show up trying to give 100% of yourself, but we are human and we go through things, so sometimes you can't give 100, and that's understandable. Reggie Porter says, compromise and submission aren't the same thing, but compromising is a component of submission. When you compromise, you come to a mutual agreement that's usually beneficial for both parties. I don't agree. I don't think that. Shout out Samantha Christie in the chat. She says, yes, Medea. Shake.
Yes, Medea.
I can't see the comment.
Yes,
She-
Medea.
yes, Medea, Jamaica in the building. Boom.
Bullet.
And Jay Brown says, compromise usually ain't mutual.
What?
He says compromising usually ain't mutual.
Then it's not a compromise. You just lost.
One person is compromising.
Reggie said by definition it's mutual.
Exactly. So, like I said, I got a clip I want to play. It's from Jennifer Lewis.
Who?
Jennifer Lewis. She's an actress.
Are you connected to the Bluetooth?
I am.
He is. Oh, you gonna play it?
Wait, what? Never mind, shut up.
I just gonna play it real quick.
Ready?
Yeah.
Who is she?
She's an actress. She was one of Vivian Bank's sisters on.
She
The
was on
Fresh Prince of
Blackish.
Bel-Air. She's also recently, one of her recent works is Blackish. Play the video.
She was on Fresh Prince.
Yes.
The old shit? The light skin one? Hillary?
I had to get rid of him.
This
We're
a long
driving on the
clip.
car, driving
No,
on a
we
big
got
car.
put you on.
Life is great. And I come up on an Australian tree that I know is extinct. But it blooms pink. They're a fucking pink tree. Of course I'm gonna acknowledge it. So we're driving and I go, oh, that's a pretty tree. Him. You say that about every tree. I was like, well, nigga, you gotta go. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Wait, what the fuck?
I'm sorry, but don't them bitches help us breathe?
Don't they help us breathe?
Nah, she was basically saying like when she knew she had to break up with one of her boyfriends or something like that in the past. She said when she was just like, huh? You said,
I'm talking to Kyrie.
oh.
It's
So I
rude to
brought-
talk while, Gus is talking.
That's why I didn't say it out loud.
You said it in the mic.
Yeah, you said it. But
Y'all heard that in the chat?
I just wanted to share that with the audience, and I want the audience while we, continue on with the show, like, if you ever was one to break up with someone, what was that last thing for you? Like what was that
breaking
thing?
point.
Yeah, what was the nail to, nail
Needle
on
on
the
a
coffin?
haystack. No,
Needle
that's
on-
not the one. That's not it.
That was a nail in the coffin.
No,
Nail in the
no, yeah, needle on the hay. No,
Oh, nail in the coffin.
that's not it. Oh, the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
Mother.
Wrong straw.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So we're gonna get into news on the scroll.
Hey, I like that. No? Okay.
we don't pay attention.
Sometimes I gotta look at Austin and
Citrus.
submit, look down and shit.
Hey, what?
What?
Like if I look at him, I just look down.
What's
real quick.
wrong
So
with
he
you?
knows. So so I use the Kyrie approach. So you let him think he thinks he's the alpha, but he really not.
That's what my dog does when she's
Who
sad.
said that's my approach all the time?
Nigga, you just said that.
Why I gotta be a nigga? You just said my name and then you called me a
All
nigga.
right,
Which one am I? Nigga or Kyrie?
So news on the scroll. First thing we're going to talk about
damn.
is Balenciagas. Balenciaga. Wait, why are you looking at me like that?
I'm waiting for you to talk.
Oh. All right. First thing we're going to talk about is Balenciaga and what's been going on with that company. So, who wants to pick it up from here?
I guess Kanye had the answers. I guess he was right. I guess he was right once again.
But let's break down what's been going on.
Well,
Break it down, nigga.
I don't have.
And
that's crazy.
Kyrie, you want to lead? Because your brother over here ain't doing too good with the Balenciaga.
Basically, I'm pretty sure everybody's heard the news that Balenciaga had a campaign where they had kids in it, and I guess it was some, well, not I guess, BDSM outfits.
Was it on the kids or was it on the bear?
I think it was on a bear, if I'm not mistaken.
There was I think they described it as a purse or a bag. But it was a teddy bear that had on bondage.
Bondage, yeah. So a lot of outrage was said. Well, there was a lot of outrage on the picture, and I think one of our main points was basically like how people are, how their reaction is in the cancellation in terms of the Balenciaga shit, right? So I think one of the things we were talking about was Kim Kardashian, for some reason, her response to Balenciaga's pedophile campaign, and then other celebrities responding to it, and like, are they canceling Balenciaga? Are we canceling Balenciaga and shit like that?
So essentially, they dropped this campaign. It got a whole bunch of attention because it's like, what the fuck are y'all doing? But for a short amount of time, it was pretty viral, right? It went trending and everything.
Yeah.
No celebrities were really saying anything.
Because they love Balenciaga.
So
even with that note that was in the photo.
I mean, one celebrity.
So there was the campaign with the kids holding the bags, and then there was also a photo of a purse or a bag, and it had like court documents and, people doing their digging. They said that the documents reference old court cases about child pedophilia, right?
And how they're going to lessen the laws for internet child.
Wait.
Virtual child.
Yeah. Pornography.
Wait, what?
Say that last part again. They're gonna do what with virtual child pornography?
The court case referenced it. I don't know exactly. I don't know what the court case was about.
What was this documents?
It was in the
There
photos.
was in the photos. The photos. There was a purse and there was like paper spread out on the desk.
And it was one of the
you could see some of the text in the papers.
Wow. I'm not surprised.
I actually didn't.
I'm very surprised.
The over sexualization of kids has been happening for mad long now. Like on TikTok, on other platforms. Like if you notice, even shows like kids are. It's kind of uncomfortable sometimes to see it. I noticed it in Game of Thrones, the new shit, the House of Dragon shit. Like the level of like hinting at pedophilia was towards kids. Even though back in the day, like on some like you'll take a girl who's 10 years old to be your future wife. But I understand back in the day that's what they did. But not on fucking, I don't want to see it. You feel me? Like to me, that's kind of like my fault. That's kind of like it's kind of promoting it a little bit.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. It's nasty work.
Yeah.
They can call it a timepiece, but they didn't have to show all of it.
Right.
And they could have hinted like, oh, this is what it is, but they, like you said, the over-sexualization of it. But to get back to the point of the conversation, which is who determines what is canceled, right? You can cancel somebody for like, because of this, I asked myself, what company was ever canceled?
None.
So a company can do things that kind of promote pedophilia and things of that nature, but they won't get canceled. But a person who does that can possibly be canceled.
I don't even think a person would get canceled.
So to give you some perspective here, like I said, I was saying that not a lot of celebrities made statements about Balenciaga. A lot of celebrities are partners in business with Balenciaga. I actually looked at their last fashion show that they had, and I was looking at a lot of celebrities that were there, and I was like, yeah, no one said anything. But to his point is, the perspective is, Balenciaga just cut ties with Kanye. Right? Like that. They killed that relationship. They part of that, hey, we're going to cancel you. So this is the time where you see individuals get canceled by brands and companies. But now the brand and the company is in the light, and nobody's canceling them. No one's breaking ties with them.
I got an anecdote, right? I got 2 anecdotes. I don't know if you guys have seen the World Cup or what's going on with the World Cup.
I watched USA play.
So USA,
they won. Shout out to USA.
But originally, the backstory behind this is the World Cup was in Qatar, and apparently there was migrant workers who died and stuff like that. Not apparently, there was like conflicting numbers, but anyway, migrant workers died. Right? There was a lot of outrage, and not a lot of outrage, but people knew about that. And what I'm saying to this is, even though people knew about what's going on in the World Cup, people are still watching.
Right.
So the thing is, I think a lot of people go after celebrities because they're more easier to cancel versus big companies. Because in their heart, they don't really want to cancel the big companies because they still want their products.
They want their products. They want their money.
It's easier to come at a person because a lot of times it could be envy, or it could be they're just so easily accessible that they know that there's a possibility this celebrity is going to read my comment. So I'm going to attack them because it's just easier to do. I think it's stupid to just attack the celebrity that supports the business. I think you need to go after Balenciaga. But a lot of it's hard to cancel.
It's the same thing with Kyrie and not going after Amazon and Jeff Bezos for even having the documentary
it's the
of
individual.
The shit. Right. They go after the guy who posted it.
And to me, sometimes
and you can see it in reality with the Balenciaga situation. I saw a clip of Candace Owen blacking on Kim Kardashian. Right? Yeah, Kim Kardashian is a big partner and face of Balenciaga, right? Whatever. But like the amount of backlash, she did a whole post and video kind of coming at Kim is like, hey, you forgot Kim isn't the one who posted this stuff.
Candace Owens just doesn't like.
Employee.
She don't like.
But that's
and that's the thing. But that's just the way, like, redirected, right? So now it's like, hey, we want to cancel Kim because of her response to Balenciaga.
You know what I think it is though? It's a face. They need a face.
But she's not the face. Like she may work with them, but she's not the face of Balenciaga.
It's basically the byproduct.
She's not the face, but she's a face and a big. She's a big star. Like
but why is it so hard to actually cancel Balenciaga?
You know why? Because you have to get a mob to fight the mob creating machine.
I think when we first talked about this, I said that probably one of the things is Kim has a big influence, right? She has a lot of people under her, right? If you could get her to flip on Balenciaga, she can get her big influence in community to flip on Balenciaga. So everyone's pressure is like, hey, Kim, they all look up to you. You have to do this against Balenciaga so that they all follow the trend. Because if you don't do it, no one's going to follow the trend. But no one ever goes back at the companies, and that's the problem.
And that to me is I agree with you. Like, I feel like I went to the outlet recently, and after this whole Balenciaga thing, I had to pick something out.
Bought some Balenciagas?
No, I don't. I have a
They
house.
was on sale?
I pay mortgages. I can't afford Balenciagas. But I saw people wearing Balenciagas. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, there was a lot of outrage, but yet people are outside with their Balenciaga shoes. So in my mind, I'm like, people really aren't going to really cancel Balenciagas. It's.
No, you can finish.
No, I'm finished.
Oh, one of my homegirls bought a jacket from
Balenciaga.
Balenciaga, of course, like a band and some change.
Like, where do you go wearing
That's
that
on
jacket?
the low end for Balenciaga.
I think it was $1,900, and she bought this jacket, and then once the news came out about what was going on, she sent it back.
Oh
She got her
wow!
money back.
Did she get her money back?
Yeah.
I mean, she shouldn't have spent the money in the first
Yeah,
place.
no, seriously.
Hey, I don't tell people what to do with their
You're
money.
right. It's not our
I don't tell
job.
people what to do
She
with their
should've
money.
kept that shit.
And if you got it like that,
Where your
you got it
Balenciaga
like
shoes?
that.
Why you ain't wear it to the show today?
I would have, nigga. I'm not sending nothing back.
To
Why
be
would I
real with
send
you,
anything back?
if I'm driving a car and the car company did some weird shit, I'm still driving that car.
That's a
I
fact.
feel like a car is different than.
She just
I'm
got the
probably not
jacket,
going to buy a
though.
new one with them, but if I got the car ready, I got the car.
She ordered the jacket. She just got the jacket. The news came out. She sent the jacket back.
That's
Listen,
easy.
Listen, if
A
Honda
car.
came out and said they don't like black people, I'm driving my Honda, brother.
Okay, but is that after? Are you
But
gonna
I'm not
buy a
gonna buy a new
Honda?
Honda.
Are you gonna buy a Honda after?
I might buy a
Bro,
Acura.
if you don't get this Uncle Ruckus
You
nigga
a
out of here,
Same family.
Yo, shout out to everybody in the
Uncle
chat.
Tom's cabin.
If you are in the chat, make sure you let yourself be known. Make sure you like the
Yes,
video.
make sure you like the
video. All right, Lily says, was there attempt at making a statement or standing against it?
Kim is the only one that really did it, right?
Yeah, she ended up making a statement.
In her statement,
Her statement was a little soft, but she did say that she's reevaluating her relationship.
That
Balenciaga.
means we're gonna wait till the shit dies down when y'all niggas forget about the shit and then it's back to regular.
I mean,
schedule
as of
program.
recently, the company said they fired the people that they partnered with to make
I
the
did
campaign.
see that.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, they did
Right.
fire them.
So
Which is fucked
Balenciaga
up.
blamed whoever was in charge of running that campaign. They just.
But you
Which is
okayed
crazy.
it.
Exactly. You got to
You
give a
okayed
thumbs
the
up.
shit.
You looked at it and said, I like that.
Yeah.
We should do that.
See, but the thing about a company
Can we make
is
that teddy bear
there's
even
so
more
many
sexy?
people involved. There's so many heads. That's why you have a board. Is it a public? Is Balenciaga a public company?
Public trading company?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, like so that's so many heads compared to one person who's just the leader.
You're
of
talking
their
about
own
the
brand.
boardroom and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Stockholders.
So, I mean, that's why it's hard to cancel a company, especially like we said already, that they pay the bills. You know, the brand can mean something to a community or two.
Reggie says we were supposed to cancel Gucci a couple years ago. Y'all remember
Yeah.
that?
I never
Y'all
bought
remember
Gucci.
that?
You know, I'm going to say what I said when that remember that. happened. I can't cancel shit that I don't own. I can't
Wait,
afford
what was it for again?
Because they did the thing with the
Blackface.
The monkey.
Oh no, that was H&M.
That was H&M.
And I would
H&M did the
never.
monkey thing?
With the big lips.
I kind of
on
bought
the-
me some
my
H&M
size
had the
stuff.
lips on the
Oh,
turtleneck.
yeah.
They cheap.
If I'm listen, I'm not in the Balenciaga tax bracket. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think-
I'm
I
not
think
in
a
the
lot of
Gucci
people
tax
aren't.
bracket. I'm not going out of my way to buy something to say I have it.
I agree.
That's not what I do.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Do I think what they do is morally wrong? Absolutely. But me not buying it is me not supporting it. I'm not buying it. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not promoting it, anything like that. That's me doing my part.
You want to know something? One of the hardest things I tried to cancel was the NFL. I think I attempted to do it for like 9 months, and then
That's a long time. Damn, bro.
it was very long. But like,
I don't even watch
I ended
football. I
up
was
going
watching
back
the
to
NFL.
watching the NFL. But like, it's hard to cancel a product if you own it or if you watch it. But it's not saying you can't do it. But
Is it wrong if you look at the scores?
you still
didn't watch the
supporting it.
game.
If you have the app or anything like that, you're still supporting it.
I mean, if you have Bleacher Report. it's not
Why
like-
why was y'all not supporting it?
What?
I
NFL?
think
Was it
we-
Colin
that-
Kaepernick?
Yeah, but
But
that's
he trying to get in the NFL. He was trying to get in still,
Not
so
at
he
that
ain't canceling the
moment.
shit.
Not at that point.
Well, he is now.
But
Or
the thing,
was.
Okay,
the thing
Stephen A.
was,
Smith.
the thing was, he didn't want to. I mean, it goes back to civil rights, right? Think about civil rights.
All right.
We want human rights. We want rights that everyone else has.
Yes.
Right. So if I feel like I'm being mistreated,
Yes.
it's not like I don't want to play. I just want things to be fair.
Okay.
So treat me
that's
fair.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
That makes
and he was like shadow banned.
Yeah, they wasn't treating him
That's a
fair.
good one.
Let me read some of these comments and then we can move on. Jay Brown says, agreed, none of these brands put any money back into the hood, yet all y'all see is people risking their freedom at times for brands. Jay Brown says, no licks, no business, nada, but closet full of designer.
Wait, Reggie's
No
an Eagle
LLCs,
fan?
I'm sorry, LLCs.
Reggie Porter's an Eagle fan?
I said licks. Big Joe says, I grew up on Target and Walmart clothes, and I'm not knocking anyone who
JCPenney.
wore it, but as an adult, I can afford that stuff, but I don't care for any of it. Jay Brown says, half the folks and designers you see come with no substance. It be the ones dressed like Steve Jobs with the most knowledge.
Right.
But let's
Rich people buy expensive clothes too.
Yeah, but you know what?
They buy, like,
some of
suits
those
and shit.
Some of those expensive clothes don't have the labels on them.
But let's not categorize every rich person in
Let's
the
move on to the
same
next
type
topic.
of what you call it. Like the people who like materialism and like to show you what they wear, that's their world.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't think there's anything
I
wrong with
want
that.
I want you to look at me I want you to look at me like money. Like look at me.
Yeah.
See this check.
Some people put money into their cars. Some people put money into their clothes.
Yeah.
They put money into their house.
Their
It
house.
It just is what it is. Whatever
You could tell when somebody, you ever been
value.
to somebody's house and be like, damn.
Yep.
Yeah.
This shit kind of fire. They got everything in this bitch.
That's a
Like,
fact.
yeah, I got money.
This way you spend
Well,
your money.
shit, that should be.
can
That's
smell
where.
it.
That's
I
where
can
you
smell
rest. That's where you rest at night.
I
Shit.
feel like
That's a
my
whole
last opinion about this shit is
Yeah, let it be.
a lot of people. I feel like a lot of people aren't as outraged as they portray.
Fake outrage.
Yeah,
Fake
like
woke.
they won't actually put action to the outrage.
Facts.
So you ain't really that mad.
This they
You
action.
know it's morally wrong, right? You know you disagree with it, but it's not enough to. You're not disgusted by it, right? It's and then I think that plays a part of us being desensitized, whatever that word is.
Desensitized?
Desensitized.
With the pause?
Desensitized. Whatever that shit is. Y'all know what I'm talking
Yo,
about.
make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all thumbs up the video. There's too many people in here for we only have 6 thumbs up. And that was my thumbs up that made it 6. Make sure you thumbs up this fucking video, all right?
All right.
Y'all
we
playing
gonna
in here.
Move on to the next topic.
Kyrie,
I wish Jay would spell my fucking name right.
Zay said
It's
Knicks lost again tonight. I
It's
just thought to
literally
let you know.
right there.
And Reggie says exact reasons why I say you can't dance, yay. You can't dance, yay, no matter what he do. Oh, cancel, yay. No matter what he do, when his name on the record is gonna
I'll
sell.
say, I didn't know Ye dance.
It's gonna sell.
Next topic. Next topic is a video with, I believe, Young Jock and his wife.
Young Jock.
It's going down.
Jock.
Meet me in the morning.
Jock.
It's going
Going down,
down.
huh?
Meet me in it's going down.
Austin,
Got you. I got you.
talk about that. But I know exactly what you're saying.
Austin looked like an Atlanta nigga. Don't he?
Nah, he looks like he's from Cali.
No,
hell
more like
no.
Florida. That's where
Not
the
with that
oranges
resting
come from.
bitch face. That nigga does not look like a Californian.
Rest in bitch
Now
face is
you
probably.
can't stop saying that now, huh?
I'll never forget it. Never.
You're not gonna do is do
You
that.
look like an LA nigga.
Well, that's how
No,
you
you look
put
like
it.
Chicago.
You said you wouldn't want my son to be like me.
Nigga, you on the show?
Sorry.
Shut the fuck up.
How long is this?
You're not gonna do is do that.
I didn't say that.
Well, that's how you put it. You said you wouldn't want my son to be like me.
I wouldn't want them to do some of the things that you have
Okay,
done.
and I wouldn't want my daughters to do
Namely-
some of the things you've done.
I
We're
know,
human. That's
but
what I'm
you
trying to
would want
say.
them to do majority of the things that I've done.
Listen, what I'm saying is, when you talk about me, don't sum
Say
me up.
facts, right?
Don't sum me up on the worst side of me or what you consider the worst side of me. Because ain't
Okay.
nobody fucking perfect. So
Okay.
don't do that. That's what we're not
Alright.
gonna do. Because as a man, guess what? I got to stand on mine too.
Yeah, you do.
Guess
Yes,
All right.
you do.
So basically, what I gathered from the clip was his wife told his kids, I don't want you to grow up like your father. I don't want you to be, I don't want you to turn into your father. And his thing was like, don't do that. You're looking at me in a negative way, So
You're paying me in a negative light.
Why are you laughing? I agree. I agree with him 100%. Look, one thing that my mom always did, my mom and my dad, they split when I was like 1, right? And I've seen them argue. Like, I seen them get into arguments. I seen, them go back and forth. I know she wasn't always happy with him. He wasn't always happy with her. One thing she never did was talk bad about him to me. She always was like, your father's a great man, your father's intelligent, your father's this, your father's that, your father's that. And I used to always wonder, like, yo, why does she never like say anything bad about him? Like, why does it like if it's something bad, it's not really bad. It's like, he used to do this, he used to do that, but that's regular nigga shit in my head. And I realized as I got older, it's important for you not to put any type of seeds of negativity when it comes to your child looking at their father.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's important.
Let
them come up with their own perspective of their father on their own.
Yes.
So let me say this. I think it's, for me, I'm the type of person to look at everything. I want to be real. I want to look at the negative and the positive, right? I feel like you can learn from either or, right? You can learn from the positive, and I can actually learn from the negative. Things that I see in you that I don't want to do for my future, right? So, but I think it's all about how it's phrased, right? I think you can say things positive about your parents, but I also think you can say, hey, like, I want to be honest with you. I don't think at a young age you should tell your children these things, but if you get older and, kids start asking questions and you're in a conversation, you can say, hey, I want to be honest with you. One of the reasons why such and such and such with your parents is because of this. everybody has their flaws and stuff like that. And I will let you know as a child, this is what, you can expect in adulthood, that people are going to have their flaws. So I think there's nothing wrong with letting your children know about each other's flaws, but I think it's more so like, I think the way she said it was wrong. Like, you don't tell, like, because in a sense, she's a hypocrite. Why would you marry somebody that you don't want your children to be like?
Malicious.
Yeah.
But I think in the end, I don't think it's a problem to be honest with your children about your flaws and stuff like that.
But if my thing is, if I'm in the picture, let me do that. You don't have to paint an image of me. I could tell my kids the flaws that I have.
But are you going to do it though?
They'll see it.
They'll see.
They'll see it for themselves.
I don't.
Not every kid will see it because you can manipulate a kid to see something different.
It's not a question of me. It's not a question of me. Am I going to do it? There's a time and place for everything. You know what I'm saying?
On TV in front of everybody.
Yeah, I could let my kids know that I'm flawed, that I'm not perfect. I don't need somebody to paint an image of me that's so foul that now you saying like, oh, I don't want my kids to be like you. That's crazy.
Right, and that goes without being said.
Right.
Like, of course I'm flawed. Of course I make mistakes. There's certain things I wouldn't want you to do. There's certain things that he says he wouldn't want their kids to follow with her. But why does that need to be said? Like,
when you talk about me, talk about the good. Don't talk about
exactly.
Yes.
I just
especially in front of the kids.
Man, listen. I feel like and maybe it's just me. I don't know. I just don't have a problem with the negative. I really think as long as it's not.
You think it's realistic? You think
I think it's just realistic. Like a lot of people in this world have a problem with negativity because this is off topic, but one of the reasons why I think people don't like negativity is because it forces you to be more self-aware. Like you have to look at yourself and acknowledge this is the reason why these are negative.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yo, nigga, argue.
And that's not an argument. I've experienced one parent not bad mouthing and another parent bad mouthing, and it creates it's one-sided, I would say. So if one parent is pointing out the flaws of the other, right? As a young kid, I'm looking at that parent like that.
Not me.
My mom did that. You talking about a kid?
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you from experience. My mom did the positive and the negatives with my dad. I was never the type of person to just take everything at face value. But as I got older, I understood what the truth was, right?
But she
But-
gave
but-
you the positive. You said she gave you the positive.
She
and
gave me the
negative.
positive and the negative.
Now
Yeah.
imagine if you only heard mostly
The
negative.
negative,
As a kid
exactly.
growing up, you're gonna start to
But
have
for
those
the
negative
most,
thoughts.
warps your reality.
I never.
As a kid, you can't.
Bro, I'm telling you how I was as a kid. I'm telling you how I was as a
But you
kid.
also said your mom gave you both sides.
Yeah, she said,
nigga
"Yo,
ain't listen to his mom.
these are characters. These are characters your father that I like, that I want you to have, and these are characters of your father that I don't like, that I don't want you to do because it's not helpful in a relationship as a parent."
In this situation, a lot of times it don't be broke
Okay,
down.
that's
It's
fine.
usually one-sided.
Yeah,
You have stats on that?
Huh?
You have stats on that?
Nigga, I lived it.
Okay, you have a different experience.
I can
than me.
agree.
Okay, and that's fine.
I agree.
I'm
As you
fine.
get- see,
Everybody
I
has different
I
experiences.
had one view, and then as I got older, I was like, oh, let me, as an adult, ask questions.
Yeah.
And I got the other side. I was like, wow.
I think there's a beauty in allowing your child to see if you're not with that person anymore, let your kid have their relationship with that person on their own and see who they are on their own. If it's not harming them in any way, unless you have to caution them to be careful because they're gonna potentially hurt them. If not, then let
Like
them have their relationship.
you think your baby daddy gonna take your son out on the streets and teach him how to sling crack on the block? Like,
Right. If it's something like that, then yeah, nigga.
You never know.
You gotta roll it.
There are some parents like that.
I know, but like, come on, that's
Yes.
What y'all think about parents smoking with their kids?
Wait, how did we get there?
We just like that. Just like that. If you're adult, sorry.
Why you apologize? Just say what you gotta say.
If they're adults, do your thing.
Word.
What if they're like 15, 16?
It's the opposite of what I just said.
It's not like kid, but still young.
me. I have a boundary and with my parents. Me and my parents, we're not friends. So I don't do stuff that I would do with my friends.
Yes.
What about a drink?
But I have a good relationship with my parents, but there's still limits that I have. I still have boundaries with my parents because they're my parents.
And
it's a
you're
respect
going to
thing.
apply that to when you have kids.
Yes, it's a respect thing.
Just imagine, hey son, how's your sex life?
That's not a bad
We
question.
did.
he asked
I
the
don't know if
question.
we talked about it on the show,
bad
now,
question.
but it is a
Huh?
respect thing.
You ask your kids how your sex life is. That's not bad.
No,
I would
that's-
ask my
I
son
think
how
I-
his sex life is. I'm not asking my daughter that shit.
You just got to find out if they're having safe sex. If
Let's-
they're having sex, that's what's
Oh,
important.
she's a virgin.
You don't want to hear her getting.
What? Why?
What's up with you, a virgin?
Huh?
What's up with the next segment?
Wait, let me read the nigga.
All right.
You could be active too.
No, my YouTube is turning on.
is out of.
You ain't got to scroll that high.
I
Just
didn't pay
read
the
one or
bill.
two.
Reggie says, how she said it wouldn't matter. The message is still the same and it's foul. You don't ever badmouth the baby mother or father, wife, husband to your kids or to the public, especially when you picked him. Love Lavender says, I can say from experience, there's a lot of things my mother could have said. Shit, I lost it. There's a lot of things my mother could have said bad about my father because he was physically abusive, but growing up, she never put that image in our head.
Yep.
Reggie says, Jay Brown says, I smoked with my pops first time since he retired. It depends.
All right.
Aren't you
New
reading the comments?
segment.
Don't look at your fucking watch, nigga.
New
I
segment.
know what time it is.
Keep your
What time is good enough?
fucking
Let's
roid
get
rage.
into
Keep
ears
that
to the
shit
streets.
over there.
I'm actually excited about this topic.
I forgot what Ear to the Streets is today. I'm not going to lie.
So, the topic is, what is your top 2 storytellers in hip hop?
Ooh.
Breath. Now, who want to start it off?
I'll start.
Why you always asking somebody what they
I
want to
pondered
start?
on this for a while. My top 2 storytellers in hip hop gotta be Kendrick and Nas.
Can we please, can we just all agree that yes, there are some goats to storytelling? Yeah,
Wait, no, how you-
that's an easy giveaway.
No, it's not.
Wait, how you?
So what are yours?
We was at my crib. My cousin said that Jay that he think Hov is the best.
I'm
storyteller.
going with Slick Rick and Nas.
My bad. I just took the conversation from a different perspective. But my
Okay,
bad. My
let
bad.
them
hold on.
answer first.
Can
Yeah, go ahead,
we?
go ahead.
Okay, so top 2 is fine, but I actually want to make my list like more expansive. I want to go with top 5.
Not yet.
Oh, active or retired, Jay Brown. It doesn't matter.
Active, retired,
All right. So,
no longer with us. Anybody?
you said who?
Kendrick, Nas.
You?
Nas and Slick Rick.
You?
Top 2 all time?
Top 2.
No, I'm changing. Cole and Nas. Sorry.
Kendrick and Nas.
Kendrick and Nas?
Kendrick and M.
And
Cole and Nas. Cole and Nas.
Eminem
What
is
you
a good
said?
one
Kendrick
too.
and M.
I
M?
said
Eminem
I
is a
said
good
DMX and M.
storyteller.
Ooh.
DMX and M.
You guys also Andre
I gave
3000
you
is a
DMX
good
last
storyteller
night.
too.
Pause.
You have him? Yes. Andre 3000 is a good storyteller.
Not enough work.
And Biggie's a good one too.
Yes.
And,
Biggie, of
and
course.
Tupac. Ooh.
Tupac.
Yo.
Incredible storyteller.
Dear Mama, Brenda's Got a Baby.
Yep.
Woo.
I watched when I
why
went
I
back
fucked
to
your
DMX
bitch.
catalog and Eminem's catalog
definitely not a
today, and I was like, damn, both of these brothers have a lot of trauma, right? And they definitely use their music to DMX and Eminem.
Yeah.
They both have a lot of trauma, and they both use their music as a therapeutic instrument, a way for you to be way for them to be transparent. And yo, a lot of their songs, Sorry Mom, Closet, Mockingbird, Toy
Mockingbird,
Soldiers, the list goes on. DMX, it reminded me why I like DMX, because if
I'm
it
not
sound
gonna lie. X is up there.
Oh,
X.
yeah.
I really
I
think
forgot about X.
I really think, and honestly, I'm gonna say this. I know y'all didn't say Slick Rick, but he's touted to have one of the best storyline songs in children's story ever. Like that's one of that's certified should be the top one. So I'm kind of shocked that you guys didn't say Slick Rick.
because we don't listen to Slick Rick.
But it's not about listening to Slick Rick. You said who's the top 2 storytellers of all time.
Me.
Yeah, to
Okay,
you. Your
but I hear you. But realistically, that
I went back
children's
to,
story has to be
I went back to Slick Rick, to be honest with
Slick
you.
Rick. Slick Rick.
I went back to Slick Rick, and yes, I want to listen to him more. Like he's definitely a good storyteller.
First of all,
But-
y'all niggas need to get blocked in the chat. Zay and Love Lavender. Both of y'all.
But I feel like if we want to be, honestly, I had to think about who's my favorite artist, and then from there I said who's the best storyteller out of my favorite artists, and that's why I went
That's
to
a good
Eminem
way.
and DMX.
That's a good way to break it down. Yeah.
So
I think with storytelling is it's a big plus when they can tell their own story. Like you said, M had drama.
Right.
Yeah.
And then not only tell their story, but tell other people's stories.
Yes.
Yep.
Like
That's my criteria.
like Brenda's got to be like
Yeah.
being able to tell someone else's story
She
at the
gotta
same
hit
time,
you.
and then like you have your own writing and you tell your own story, and everything just comes together. So
It makes you feel something.
that's elite.
I'm gonna say the reason I switched Cole out for Kendrick is because I feel like Cole had more storytelling songs than Kendrick did. But
Doubt it.
No, he definitely did.
I don't-
It's not even an
I'ma
argument.
doubt it.
It's not even an
I'ma
argument.
doubt it.
But Kendrick, in my opinion, might have had better storytelling songs.
Facts.
You ever heard Good Kid, Mad City?
Facts.
Yeah, that's literally
That's
a
a whole
storytelling
story in its
album.
own.
Overly
Fire.
dedicated.
I'm gonna
Greatest
say- I'm
album
gonna
of all
say-
time.
Overly dedicated.
I'm gonna say Kendrick.
You know,
Yeah, Kendrick and Nas.
we
Kendrick
didn't.
and Nas.
So I feel like, what about Lauryn Hill?
Lauryn Hill is definitely up there.
Lauryn Hill.
Did Lauryn Hill write her album?
Yes.
Yes? Are you kidding me?
There's a rumor
it's
that's out
debatable.
that she
It's-
didn't
it's
write
been-
the album, and
yeah.
if that's the case, she's discredited to me.
I don't.
Name your artists in the chat.
So don't put Drake up there.
Name your
I didn't.
storytelling artists in the
I
chat,
fuck
y'all.
with Drake as an artist though. I like Lauryn Hill.
No, he's discredited.
But she can't be the best storyteller if she didn't write the
You
album.
want to know? A lot of it's funny. I feel like a lot of the best storytellers are from the older generation
Yes.
than the newer generation.
Because it was appreciated more back
Yeah.
then.
And there's we was talking about this in the car. There's
Yeah.
way more diversity back then than there is today. Everybody want to do the same shit.
I'm not gonna lie, King
you
Von
think-
up there.
I was just about to say
You
that.
said who? King Von up there.
The subject matter
I
you
think
may
Shake
not
said it
agree
yesterday.
with.
Yeah.
Wait,
Right?
who
The
said-
subject
you said
matter
it,
you
right?
may not agree with, but
King
they
Von.
are telling
They
stories.
still telling stories.
Yeah,
No,
which
I
had me
agree, I
also,
agree.
which had me also realize like, yo, rappers are storytellers, all of them, all of them.
Them niggas,
I mean, that's
them
the
niggas
base
in
of them.
Chicago
Not all of
is telling stories about shit that
They
did
got
last
stories,
Yeah,
shit.
like they
Yeah.
did
Last
yesterday.
night they did that
Listen,
shit.
there's a
Nigga,
difference-
last night I
there's
was
a difference
outside.
between storytelling and indictments. Okay, a big difference.
Now, I wanted y'all to also pick like maybe one or two songs that kind of
Some honorable mentions.
support the reason why.
Children's
I'm gonna
story.
say-
Hold on. I want to start this one though. I want
How
to
you
start this
asking?
one.
Hold on,
I
Let
gotta
him
present.
start.
I
Let him
have to
start.
Let us
present
start.
the
Let us start.
question.
You go last.
I presented the question and I want to answer. So,
That nigga
Yeah,
said
go
no
ahead,
with
go ahead.
authority.
so for
Don't do it,
DMX, the
don't do
reason
that.
why
He's still
I
mad
picked
about his
DMX
pizza.
The reason why I picked DMX
It's Brenda.
is
It's
because
Keisha. Letitia.
the songs that stood out for me for DMX was "Slippin'," "Damien,"
Slipping. I'm full.
I can't
We
get
Be,
up.
The
I'm
Rain.
slipping.
Here we go again.
I thought you was gonna say one song. You saying his
saying
whole
mad
discography?
songs.
Bro, what do you get for real?
Ah, you right,
Like, what are you
right,
doing?
my
Bro,
bad.
one song.
And for Eminem, "Lose Yourself," "Clean Out My Closet," "Stan," "Toy Soldiers," "When I'm Going."
Bro.
All right, I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna go with one mic.
fire. That's a fire.
Children's story. I mean,
That's Slick Rick, nigga.
yeah.
That's who he said.
That's the fuck I said.
What you said?
He said
mic.
Nas and
Children-
Slick Rick.
Keep going. Keep doing your thing.
Children's story. One mic. The Message by Nas. Street Dreams by Nas.
He not saying what I'm gonna say.
You're not
You gonna
saying
say
what I'm gonna
rewind?
say. Cause I'm not letting you do
What you
this no
said?
more.
Rewind.
I was gonna say The Message too by Nas.
Nah, Rewind
So,
is mine.
I hate you.
Rewind by Nas, one of my favorite, greatest storytelling of all time. And with
Everything by
Kendrick,
J. Cole.
no, shut up. With Kendrick is what's the name of that song? The last song off of Damn, the shit where he talks about his father meeting Top for the first time.
Oh, Duck something.
Duckworth. When I heard that shit, I was blown away.
Because
That's
the
one
way
of
he
my
pieces
favorite.
together.
Yeah, because you don't know what's gonna happen. The fact that that's actually a true story is dope.
I'm going with Kendrick, Good Kid, Mad City.
Okay.
The whole album. The whole album. The whole album.
There gotta be a song with it.
Go with
that's
Kendrick,
a
everything.
standout.
Literally
Everything he
are
does.
pointing out songs, and this guy
I
says
didn't
this
write the
album.
song
What
down.
about Shireen, Master Splitter? What about,
Zay said 50. Gus
So-
did say 50.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
gonna
you,
say
Zay.
so. I'm gonna
Thank
say
you.
I'm gonna say
Thank
50,
you.
but I'm gonna only say Ghetto Quran and like I feel like I like more of his mixtape stories than his album stories personally.
How to Rob was a story of how to Rob.
Yeah,
That's a
nah,
fact.
facts. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah.
I said that's.
Oh,
a
Big
fuck. That's a-
L put on. Yo, that's crazy.
Oh, that,
Lily over here talking
Eric
about
B and
Tink.
Rakim.
What?
Eric B and
Tink
Rakim.
Lily?
Nah,
I like Tink.
Biggie too as well. Warning.
Ice Cube was a good
Ice,
day.
yes, Ice Cube.
Sing about me. Sing about me. Big Joe said sing about me with Kendrick. What, nigga?
That was on my list. You talk too much. You haven't heard.
Everybody's talking. Shoot.
Oh, he didn't go yet. Nah, he didn't go yet. He didn't go yet. He didn't
You
go
was
yet.
just talking.
Nah. He's right. He's right. He
You
ain't
be
go yet.
ODing, bro.
I'll be ODing.
Stupid ass hat. Anyway,
Nigga, my hat looks nice.
Yo, Love Lavender say, y'all motherfuckers don't read the comments though. Stop ignoring us. I'm not ignoring you. Mob Deep. Creative Miss says Mob Deep. Good storytelling. My fault,
Yo,
Shake. Go ahead.
what
My
is
fault. No, that's my fault. That's my fault. My bad, Shake. My bad.
This
my
nigga
bad.
just acted like your lawyer, and now
I apologize, Shake.
for 2004.
You may have the floor. Sorry.
Okay, you a Hawkeye over here? Shut the fuck up.
Ruben Stutter was a good one too.
Ah, damn. So I was gonna say Ice Cube. Today was a good day.
You fuck this shit up.
And I'm also gonna say Ignorance is Bliss by Kendrick.
Fire. Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
Yeah. I fuck with that.
Shit, Kendrick. I would say this.
Oh, and the whole To Pimp a Butterfly. That
Fire.
Yeah.
I'm a visual person too, so I took it to another level. I said artists who have great storytelling songs, but also a great visual with it. So Kendrick's the Heart Part 5.
Oh yeah.
Fire. I just watched that video the other day. Joyner Lucas, he got a couple songs and a couple videos that stand out to me. I think he's a dope storytelling artist and creative. I had Childish Gambino's "This Is America" video. Fire.
Yeah,
There's
that
a
was a
message in
good
that. Eminem Stan.
Yeah.
That video was fire. I think they told the story with that really well.
D12.
And then I got right. And another
Can we honestly?
I got Outkast, Miss Jackson.
Yes.
Fire.
Yo,
Yes.
Can we honestly keep it a buck and not? Can we not be? Can we say R. Kelly one of the best storytellers of all time because of Trapped in the Closet? I'm not gonna lie. No.
Yeah.
Trapped in the Closet ran its course.
It did.
I think
had its
Had like
time.
7,000
I
chapters.
think it would have been better if it was not as long as what it did.
Condensed.
Yeah.
I think they
It
could have
overdid it a little
definitely.
bit.
I think if you'd have stopped, it'd have been better.
He not Tyler Perry.
I mean, but since you mentioned R. Kelly, you gotta mention Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah, you can say Michael Jackson.
Yeah, you can.
You could definitely say Michael
Oh,
Jackson.
especially visually.
Oh yeah,
Visual, yes.
Visually too.
Yeah.
That bad video.
that scene Thriller.
And nigga,
Thriller?
Every video was a movie.
Remember the time?
Remember the time?
Don't you
Nigga,
remember?
Eddie Murphy
They need to
on
bring
that,
back
Rock My
10-minute music
World,
videos.
Fact, I want to say
Smooth
too.
Criminal. Sorry. Yo, Michael Jackson. This is an all-time great, and that's why.
Gus excited.
We don't even have greats anymore because
Everybody want to be the same.
everybody wanna.
Everybody
Oh,
want
I
to
hate you. I was just about to say that.
fuck yourself. Everybody want to be little spindle block from from the hood. Like that's what I hate. That the fact that there's no diversity. There's a lot of diversity amongst the females.
Yeah.
But with the guys, it's like everybody's in the same gra boom.
I think
category.
females too. Females ain't much diversity.
I feel like there's
They
more
all look the same. They all kind of have the same image,
Who look like Glorilla?
except for her. She's unique,
Who looks like Coi Leray?
unique as well.
All right, we have diversity there. They got Lola Brooks, who just came out smacking the scene.
Who's that?
The same girl that's saying that, don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with that.
Oh, I thought that was Glorilla.
No, see?
Okay.
They call her the Glorilla of the Bronx.
But watch how many more Glorillas come out after her.
But that's usually how like hip hop is. There's usually people when they see something hot, it was a trend. No.
Nah, I would have to disagree.
Why you say
Because
that?
it's like that now because everybody's trying to be trendy. But like with like how many Jadas have we see? See, my thing is when it comes to that era, like with the Jadas, the Nas's, the Bigs, the Pacs, it would force you to step up your lyrical game.
So
Like,
I
to
agree.
me, that's how I see it.
But I would say we just listed a lot of old school artists that were
Right.
storytellers. So we could say a lot of artists back then were storytellers because it was something that was very popular back then, right?
No,
You don't think so?
I would see. You're changing the conversation now.
No, I'm just going off what you said because you said that a lot of people nowadays is not a lot of diversity.
There's
But
not.
I'm arguing it's possible it was the same way back then, but it was just the music was just better.
All right, if I write a book, you write a book. We're both authors, right?
I don't read books, but yeah. I'm just fucking with you. I think. Go ahead. Make your point.
Here's
Make
my
your point.
perspective. Here's my thought. Let me know what y'all think. Here's my thought. The evolution of hip hop back in the 90s,
80s,
possibly the 80s, I don't know.
70s.
But it was about storytelling.
Right.
Yes.
Like a lot of artists back then, that's how they got into it. They got into it through the storytelling. It was like one of the main things about your music. Like you have to be telling a story, right?
Yes.
A creative way to tell a story. Perhaps, some decades go by and it's becoming watered down and it's just going into a different evolution where everyone coming in to be storytellers starting to fade out, and then it's evolving from storytelling to something else.
But it could also be said that it's not popular amongst the younger crowd. I mean, shit, I'm not going to get into this argument. It's not that popular nowadays, the type of music that once was.
The reason why I doubt that, is because when it comes down to who comes out, we see who impacts more. We see who lasts the longest. We see the people who come out with the trendy song. We see the people who comes out with the song for the moment and how it passes. And then you see the person that prepared for the next 10 years and how they're still here. So I gotta disagree with that.
I think that people still tell stories. They just tell them differently now. Now it's not. You don't have to be as intricate to tell a story. You could just rap about a bunch of different shit that you do. In
less
your life.
detail,
which is the problem.
I don't think it's a problem. I just think
All
it's
right,
different.
King Von was very detailed in what he said, right? After you just say he was one of the top guys. If I have 10 little Timmys from the Bronx telling me the same story over and over again, after a while it becomes...
That's their story.
It's oversaturated. It's the same story.
Jay Brown says they're looking for a following or one catchy track for that artist to get on nowadays because they know they can get writers for them. And a couple people said that 50, they said 50 is definitely up there.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
50's and I agree, 50's definitely up there. 50's definitely up there.
I was going to say this, though, about I think the switch happened as hip-hop became more popular.
Poppy?
No, as it became more popular, big business, a popular song that everybody can relate to or everybody can like, where it's not too much substance, it's more the beat and you saying something catchy on it. That makes money. We need more artists to do that.
Yeah.
And we'll give you more money for you to do that.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of times, a lot of artists will have the catchy hits, but if you look at their album, they're gonna have their story telling songs. They're gonna have their punchline lyrical songs. They're gonna have that diversity in the album. But what's gonna get you now to the album is the hit, and that may not necessarily be a storytelling type of song. It's gonna be something catchy.
You're right. But my thing is like, I can tell the difference between Future and 2 Chainz. I can't really tell the difference between some of these new artists that come out. They sound the same.
I can see that.
I mean, but a lot of times, how these guys, when they come out,
it just came to my mind.
They
For Your Eyes Only.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that song, fire. I meant to.
That's
I meant
why.
to call
That's
it out
why I
earlier.
wanted to throw. That's why I was gonna swap them out because I thought about For Your Eyes Only, which is an amazing story. But I like Duckworth better.
Yo, let's read some of the comments about who their Nah, that's not my job.
I mean, he's been reading. He's literally was reading the comments.
No, but I'm saying more so about the artists that they mess with. Bro, I'm doing something right now. I'm working. You got to do your job too.
So
we're gonna wrap up the show. Niggas is so quiet.
1 minute silence for the songwriters out there telling stories.
Because we didn't mention some of the besides 50 Cent. What else? What are other artists that people mess with? That's on their top 2 or top 5. Let us know. But 50 Cent was my first choice. 50 Cent was my first choice, and then I realized that some of his chick songs have more of a storytelling thing than his hits, the things that get you to the club or whatever like that. I noticed that too. And it's funny that we was talking about Michael Jackson and you mentioned R. Kelly. Also, you asked in the car, can we expand the conversation to like R&B?
R&B, yeah.
Like, y'all got somebody in mind for R&B?
Usher.
Yes. Usher.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Usher's a fire storyteller.
Neo. I mean, that's my favorite R&B artist. But yeah, he's a great storyteller as well. That's Chris Brown in the game? No? No.
I mean,
I haven't
I mean,
came
the-
across anything for Chris Brown.
I
That's
mean, the
like
first
really-
album, will always do it for me. The first album is always.
With you.
That's not on the first album at all. Don't-
Run it. There's a man on the floor. Shit. All right. Is there anything new in the comments? I want to thank everybody that's in the comments.
Wait, did y'all hear that Nas
nothing
and
I can't read.
21 Savage song?
Yep.
What did y'all think
What?
about
Oh, that was another thing that was
the Nas and the 21 Savage
What the
song?
hell are you talking about?
Not, it's one mic, one knife. No. One mic. one
Wait,
mic,
they came
one
out with a song together?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Nigga,
funny.
what?
I put it in the
Yeah,
chat.
he put it in the chat.
You don't
Remember?
look in the chat.
You
That's
know,
what
we
he
had
messaged.
conversation about reading the chat.
Oh, nigga, you sent that as a URL link. I don't know
No,
what
he
the fuck
did
that
it.
was.
He
That's
said
how it
as
popped
an
up in
Apple
my
Music.
phone.
That's an Apple
It,
Music.
it popped up. I couldn't click it.
What do you think about Nas's their
I'll pick
approach?
your bum-ass phone.
You know, after what 21 Savage said.
Nah, I think it was
mean,
amazing to
clearly they-
capitalize.
Clearly, there wasn't any ill intent. So it's like, all right,
Me being submissive.
let's.
I wish you could play music on the stream.
Yeah, I really wish that would
Yeah,
that
yeah,
would have been dope
facts.
too.
I mean, we can.
And we don't need copyrights.
Yeah,
But
we
go
don't
ahead.
need
Jake.
Nah, the song was dope. Nas, and it was a good way for them to let everybody know that they cool. Like, so the fans can relax. He's not offended by it. The fact that they both were trending, it was just smart on their part.
We don't know how
And
long
hopefully it's a mixtape
we don't
coming
know how
out.
long.
Yo,
they
Drake
had that
tells
song.
good stories.
Taking advantage of the moment.
Taking advantage of the moment.
Drake tells good stories.
Why are we still back? What?
I was just throwing that out there.
What was you saying,
R&B
Shake?
wise,
What was you
he'll tell
saying?
it. He'll tell a crazy breakup story.
All right, yo, thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of Your Mans in the Live. We appreciate y'all. Yo, shout out to everybody that's here. Let's read some names.
Yes,
Creative
Kanye, is
Myth.
Kanye a good storyteller?
Big Joe.
Kanye.
Kaya.
Kanye. I thought about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I give it to
Kanye.
him. The
Early
roses.
Kanye.
Graduation.
Yeah, early Kanye.
College dropout.
Kanye,
yeah,
Kanye's got some.
College
I think
dropout.
he's got some good.
Yeah,
He up there.
I agree.
I don't know how high up there, but you know, I think it was worth a mention for Kanye.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out Reggie Porter, Zay, Lee, Sheridan, what up? Shout out Big Joe. Shout out Isaiah. Shout out Jay Brown. Everybody in the chat. If I missed you, I apologize. Love Lavender. Reggie Porter. We appreciate everybody. I made the chat lit. If you have not liked, make sure you like the video. If you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We appreciate y'all and thank you for joining.
Yo, listen, y'all.
All right, are you ready?
Nigga, was you about to say something?
I'm about to do some illegal.
Whoa. Please no.
He about to play something that he not supposed to play.
Oh, you smart. All right, you just finished watching Your Mans in the Live. I'm your man's Gus the Third.
I'm your man's Bello.
With your chest
Yes,
next time.
sir. I'm your man's Austin Felix.
It's your boy Kyrie.
And I'm your man Shakespeare in a random studio in Brooklyn, New York. This is Your Mans and Them Live.
It was looking at us different. That was back in 99. That is
We adapt to crime. Pack a van with 4 guns at a time. With the sliding door, fuck is up. Fuck you shooting for if you ain't walking up.
You are now watching Your Mans in the Live.
You are now rocking with your mans in them. You know this shit fire with your mans in them. Shout out to the family that been down with your mans in them. With your mans in them. With your mans in them. Go and call in, hit the line with your mans in them. Go have a good time with your mans in them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them.
You are now watching Your Mans in the Live.
You are now rocking with your mans in them. You know this shit fire with your mans in them. Shout out to the family that been down with your mans in them. With your mans in them. With your mans in them. Go and call in, hit the line with your mans in them. Go have a good time with your mans in them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's
You are now watching Yah Mans and them live.